A young man who reached city from his village on lookout for a job went to the city market. It so happened that the royal treasurer, accompanied by a friend, passed by, and the young man overheard their conversation. The friend said, "The king values your work. The treasury is overflowing with riches. What is the secret of your success?" The treasurer said, "Initiative and enterprise." "Yes, what does that mean?" The treasurer explained. "Let me explain to you what I mean. Do you see the dead mouse? Even if he has no money, a young man with initiative could just pick up the dead mouse and start a business." Then the friend said, "A dead mouse as capital?" He laughed to himself. Then the young man stopped and gazed at the dead mouse and thought to himself, "It sounds like an absurd idea, but the treasurer must surely know what he is talking about." He picked the dead mouse and started thinking to himself, "What can I do with it?" He started walking. Who would want to buy a dead mouse? Suddenly, a person with a cat in his hand walking by, and the cat jumped out of the person's hand after seeing the mouse. The person said, "Pussy, come back, come back." He thought, "Now I know what has attracted him." And he said, "My friend, will you sell your mouse to me? I'll pay 1 coin for it." "The mouse is yours." The young man sold it to the person. The young man was so happy. "The first coin I have earned." Then started thinking, "What can I do with this small coin?" The treasurer had said, "One must have enterprise. What do I do?" Then he saw a shop selling jaggery. "Oh, I got it. I must find out if there is a demand for something and then arrange it to supply it." He went to the shop and said, "Please give me 1 coin's worth of jaggery and cardamom." He took that the next morning, filled a pot with drinking water, mixed the jaggery and cardamom in it, and took it to the outskirts of the city. He waited near a path, thinking, "I'll wait here for the flower gatherers to return from the work." In the forest, flower gatherers were busily collecting flowers, working whole day. It was late in the afternoon when they finished their work and began returning to the city. They thought, "It's so hot, I'm so thirsty. There won't be any water to drink till we reach the city." They started walking back to the city. The young man saw them coming and said to himself, "Ah, here they come." Then, while they are passing by, he said, "Brother, you must be tired. Have some water. This is so sweet and healthy." Then the flower gatherers started drinking the water given by the young man. "Thank you, son. May you live long. What we can give you, all we can give is this bunch of flowers." So the flower gatherers, each one of them gave a small bunch of flowers to him. The young man said, "Thank you, uncle. Thank you, auntie. Thank you, sister," and took the flower bunches. And the flower gatherers said, "How refreshed we feel after drinking that water. May these flowers also make you so happy." The young man said, "Thank you again." Each of the workers who drank water and gave him a bunch of flowers in return said, "Bring us water tomorrow as well, like this, my friend." The young man said, I will. The young man took all the flowers he collected from the gatherers, went to the biggest temple in the city, and started selling them in the evening. He sold all bunches of flowers, and by the end of the day, he has 8 coins with him. With the money he earned, the young man bought a big water pot and a larger quantity of jaggery and cardamom and mixed them and waited the next day for the flower gatherers to return back from the forest. Then, while seeing them, he said, Today you may have a little more sweet water. The flower gatherer said, May God bless you, son. Later he went for even further as the water remained still due to the big pot to the fields close by where grass cutters were working. He asked, Is anybody thirsty here? He heard reply from the grass cutters, You won't find anyone here who is not thirsty. Give me some water, son. Brother, you are so kind to us. What can we do for you in return? The young man said, Nothing at the present. But the grass cutters said, But don't hesitate to ask us when you need our help. A month passed by. One evening, the young man was returning home when a storm broke out. Everywhere the wind blew down leaves and dry branches. Then he thought to himself, if there is money in a dead mouse, there should be money in these leaves and branches too. The next morning, he went to the palace garden and spoke to the gardener. Uncle, you look so worried. Can I help you? The gardener said, How can you? The garden is littered with branches. And the king is expected any moment now. I don't know how to clear this mess before he comes. Then the young man said, I will help you, uncle, if I can keep the fallen branches. Then the gardener said, Take them, son, take them away very soon. Then the young man said to the gardener, I'll go and get some help. I'll be back in a minute. The young man did not have to go far. He found a bunch of kids playing nearby. He took his sweet water near them and said, Would you like to have some sweet, tasty water? The kids said, Yes. Then, boys, I'll give you some more water. All the kids drank the water and said, I will give you some more water if you do what I say for the next 1 hour. They all agreed and entered the garden. He, the young man said, You must collect all the fallen branches and heap them outside the garden. The kids said, Oh, that's easy. Quickly they gathered up the fallen branches, while the gardener looking them in astonishment. The and formed the all the kids have formed a long chain to pass the branches and cleared the garden in no time. We have finished. Give us our delicious water. And the young person has given them the sweet, tasty water. Just as the young man was wondering what he should do next with this pile of branches, a potter passed by and stopped his cart, seeing the pile. Is that for sale? The young man said, Yes. Here are 16 coins. Please help me load my cart. Of course, yes, I will do that. Now I have all the wood I need to fire the pot specially ordered by the king, the potter thought to himself. The young man then went with the potter to the market. Have you heard the horse dealer will be coming tomorrow? Yes, yes, I hear he'll be bringing 500 horses to sell. This is a conversation the young man heard in the market. Then he thought to himself, ha ha, that's useful information. Thanks for letting me know. Hurriedly he went to the grass cutters. Friends, I seek a favor from you. The grass cutter said, at last, tell us what we should do. I want a bundle of grass from each one of you. So the grass cutter said, we are 500 people. In all, will can give you 500 bundles of grass. We'll deliver them tonight to your home. And I want you to also promise that till tomorrow afternoon you will not sell anyone any grass at all. Then the grass cutter said, you are our friend who is giving us a sweet water without expecting any return. Hence, we'll do anything for you. Don't worry. Late that evening, the grass cutters have kept the 500 bunches of grass near the young man's house. Then the young man said, I shall be forever indebted to you. The next morning, the horse dealer arrived with 500 horses at the outskirts of the city. Then he thought to himself, strange, no one has come yet to sell me grasses for my horses. I need them very soon. He went to the market. He found no grass there. Where have all grass cutters gone? I would better go further near the fields. On the way, he found these 500 bunches of grass. He felt to himself, ah, grass at last. Young man, will you sell all this grass to me? I'll pay you well for it. Then the young man thought and said to himself, it worked out. He said to the person, yes, sir, the grass is all yours. Good. Then help my man load the cart. Here's your grass, sir, 500 bundles of grass. And the person said, here is your payment, 1000 coins. 1000 coins? I can put these to good use, the young man thought to himself. A day later, why is it so quiet here today? Is anything the matter? Everyone is away making preparations to receive the boats that will be arriving tomorrow. This is the conversation he heard again in the market, where the market is empty and very less people exist. Then he thought to himself, oh, boats arriving tomorrow. An idea struck him like lightning. He bought new clothes and then went to hire a carriage. Send the carriage to me early morning tomorrow. Here is some money as an advance, he gave to the carriage cart owner. Very early the next morning, the young man rode in style to the river harbor with two friends and waited to receive the visiting merchant. He was naturally the first to greet the merchant early in the morning. Welcome to the city, sir. Very happy to meet you. I want to buy all your merchandise that you have brought. Right, it's a pleasure to do business with you, said the merchant. The merchant quoted a price to which the young man readily agreed, though he didn't have that much money as of that time. He said, I need to arrange the payment. Meanwhile, here is my signet ring as security. He gave his ring to the merchant and has kept a shelter close to the boats and waited there. When it became morning, the city merchants come and when the city merchants come, bring them in with due courtesy, he told his friends. At daybreak, 100 merchants came to the harbor. My friend, we have come to do business with you, told all the city merchants told the visiting merchant. I am very sorry, sir. I have already sold everything. Sold everything? To whom? When? To that young merchant over there, he is not one of us. We can't let any new persons into our trade or we'll be ruined. All the merchants thought to themselves and discussed in a meeting and said, let's buy him out. We'll make him an offer he cannot resist. All right, let's go to him at once. Young merchant welcomed them. Welcome, gentlemen, welcome. He made them sit inside the tent. Well, gentlemen, have you got a proposal to make to me? The merchant said, sir, we would like to buy a share each of the total merchandise. We'll pay 1,000 coins each. That will make it 100,000 gold coins, since there are 100 merchants here. Moreover, we would like to buy your share in it too. No, 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 said the young merchant or our young person. But we'll pay handsomely 1,000 pieces each. That will make it another 100,000 gold coins. Having agreed to the deal, the young man returned home. I will still have a big amount left after paying the visiting merchant, and I owe it all to the treasurer's wisdom. To show his gratitude for his success, he went to call on the treasurer, taking half his profits with him. Sir, permit me to present you with all these gold coins as my humble Guru Dakshina, which is my gift to my teacher. What Guru Dakshina are you giving here? I have never seen you before. I haven't taught you anything. Yes, sir, you have. I came by all my wealth in 4 short months simply by following your teaching. Then he told the treasurer the whole story, starting with the dead mouse. Then the treasurer thought to himself, this young man is extraordinarily clever, just the person I would choose for my lovely daughter. So he married the young man to his daughter and gave him all his family estates and blessed him. The goddess of success smiles on those who show initiative. May you always be so fortunate, my son. Hope you liked the story. Subscribe to the channel.